the allotment again. It's the 22nd of August, believe it or not. Certainly doesn't feel like August.
It's not too bad today though, is it?
No,
certainly all right for getting on with things.
It's not August weather, let's face
it,
is it?
No, it was miserable yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had rain all day yesterday.
But it was all showers, it wasn't an awful lot of rain, was it?
No, but some of them were quite heavy.
Yeah, but you can see it's dried out. It'll be all right for what
we're not really getting August temperatures though, are we, at all? It's a very cool summer overall, isn't it?
Yep.
So
you're going to see these onions then today?
Yeah, well, the onions have done really well this year, haven't they?
They have, one of our best crops for quite a while.
Last year we had one crop that was okay and the other crop that was, well, pathetic to say the least. But these have grown really well and none of them have actually sent up any flower spikes.
Well, they've done really well, haven't they? So we're going to just lift these out of the soil today.
We are, yeah. We're hoping for some dry weather, aren't we, to
there's supposed to be some dry weather on the way, so that's the first bed of onions that we're going to sort of lift. And then if we look around there, there's a bed of early peas. They're on wood. We're going to dig those out, cut them off, clear any peas that are left on.
They're not as early as they should have been, are they?
Well,
because
no.
the first lot
failed, didn't it?
Failed. So they were our second sowing of onward peas.
Then in this bed are 2 lots of potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right, continuing then.
Yeah, we just had a little break because 2 of our plot neighbours arrived on the scene, so we had to stop for a few moments.
So this bed, these spuds are going to come up. Row on the right is Nadine, and I think the one on the left is Elfe. I'll have to check that. I think so.
We're not sure whether you pronounce it Elfe or Elfe, are we? It's E-L-F-E.
Anyway, one way or another, I'm going to see how many of these I can get up today. The top's died off pretty quickly, so I'm not too sure really.
You did take up one root, didn't you? Because you thought there was nothing on them, and
I was
you were
quite surprised at what was on, so I still remain to be surprised. And then this is the other bed of onions that we're going to lift again.
Which really well. The sets were just the leftover sets, and we looked for somewhere to put them in, didn't we?
Yeah.
But they've developed just as well as the others.
We're just hoping we can get them all to dry off now, aren't we? Before, well, so we can store them over winter and into next spring.
I mean, to be honest, the other bed was the best sets. These were the sets that, like I say, were
odds and sods
left over, and some of them were pathetic little things.
But they've done all right, haven't they?
Yeah, they are.
And while we're here, the leeks are looking pretty good as well.
They are.
They're looking as good as we've grown for a few years.
Yeah.
Well, we best stop all this looking around and
get started.
Well,
so we'll see you again in a little while.
Well, I think this is the last couple of roots, isn't it?
Yeah. This soil is quite rough, isn't it? Because it was the old strawberry bed, and really we put the potatoes in as a sort of
Can
a clearance
I just put this
crop,
bucket over there?
didn't we?
Well, yeah. At least having spuds in, it gets properly dug.
So we're on to the last couple of rows of Nadine.
Yep.
So far they've been quite well.
They've been excellent, yeah.
Some nice sized potatoes.
Yep.
You were saying, weren't you, there's not been
any wireworm damage. We have had the odd bit of slug damage though.
Yeah.
But it has been the odd bit.
It's strange because I was sort of commenting earlier that we haven't had any pea moth grubs in the peas, nor any plum moth grubs in the plums. I know we haven't had a lot of plums, but they've been clean, haven't they?
Yep.
So we were wondering, weren't we, if
that really cold
the
spell at
weather
the
had had
beginning
an
of the
effect
year.
on the bugs as well. So have you another one?
I'm not sure I've got all these yet.
Don't know whether that came from that one or a different one. It's very dry.
Despite yesterday's supposedly day of rain,
It's
which
strange because
only
this
showers.
one's very dry, but the onion one next door to it was really soggy. Or around the edges it was soggy anyway.
But you can see what it's like. Right, last one then.
Right. So is this a better crop than osprey?
Don't know. Don't think there's a lot in it. But then again, we have chosen these because they've been good in the past. It's
True.
not as though
Yeah.
it's just a fluky choice, is it?
No, we've only got one trial bed, haven't we, this year, and that was sort of
A lucky one, really,
a
wasn't it?
lucky one. We were featured in Thompson and Morgan's blog, so they asked us if we'd like some free potatoes, and we chose, what was it?
McCain
British
Royal?
something?
McCain Royal, is it?
Sorry?
McCain Royal?
Yeah, McCain Royal. Is it McCain British Royal or something? I thought there was a British in it somewhere,
Don't
maybe
know.
not. Is that it then?
Yeah. So one of the problems I think there is with these potatoes is the odd one might have blight.
Right.
So
Are they the ones you left on top?
yeah, because I'm going to get rid of them in the bin. And I think these here probably have got a bit of blight. So what I'll have to do is keep an eye on them when they're in store.
You mean the other ones? Are you not putting these with them?
These will go in the bin.
Right.
I'm
Well,
fairly
you always
sure
have
they've
to
got
keep
blight.
an eye on things in storage, don't you?
Yeah. I think that's what that is. But all in all, they've been a pretty good crop. And like I said, the odd one has had some slug damage, but not many. Let's put it this way, I've put the fork through more than what the slugs have got. Right, so do you want to have a look at...
The onions.
This is onion bed number 2, this isn't the posh onion bed, is it?
No. So they've all been lifted out and laid on the ground, and I've tried to keep the leaves away from any onion roots.
But there's some pretty decent onions, isn't there?
There's all different sizes actually.
But, well, yeah, but I
I
mean...
mean, some of these will last us for 2 meals
Yeah.
with just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
What I usually do is I cook the whole onion and then freeze half, and then it's ready for the next meal.
And you've put the ones that we might need to
Yeah,
use quickly over here, haven't you?
This bed had some some of the onions are quite wet in here, so these ones are suspect ones. Some have definitely got some sort of rot and will be thrown away straight away. Others, like this one, the rot was just on the surface, so I shall probably take that home and use it.
And then there the others out, then just up
But
there.
then you've got ones like this.
Well, yeah, that's just a
There's no
horrible
doubt
mess,
with that
isn't it?
one. And then up here,
more dubious ones.
yeah. Oops. And you can see the root part is sort of quite soft on that one. So some of those will be thrown straight away. And then we have the other onion bed.
The posh onion bed.
Don't know about posh, but it was the one that had the best sets in. Now this bed was quite dry.
This is the one that I've called the posh onion bed.
And I haven't noticed any rot on it. Maybe I didn't look as closely at that as the others, but I didn't spot any.
And again, some really good sized onions, isn't there?
Yeah, there are.
In fact, there's some very large onions in there.
It's ironic really, because I put them quite close together because I don't particularly want them to grow too big, and they just take up the space between. I can't remember what 3 varieties we got, can you?
No, I'll put it on the bottom of the screen what they are.
I think one might be Centurion and another one might be Sturon. I'm not sure though. We went for the round sort of globe-shaped onions this year because I don't really like cooking with the flat ones.
Shall we just empty the rest of those spuds on there so we can see what there is on these?
So the Nadine potatoes have been sort of spread out on the grass to dry off a little bit. Martin's just gone for the last bucketful. And there we have it.
So by reckoning, this bucket that I've had holds about 10 kilograms. And there's the best part of 4 buckets, so I don't know, maybe 35 kilograms.
Right.
£70, is that right?
Probably.
Something like that, a bit more, isn't it?
There's some quite big potatoes.
There's some quite nice ones, yeah.
All sorts of sizes again.
I was amazed because like the top seemed to have given up ages ago.
Well, when you dug a root yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because you thought that there would be nothing on and you were just having a quick look.
Yeah.
And got quite a surprise.
So, shall I make a start now on that other row?
Yeah,
and we'll
and
see, come back and see what we get.
I'll start cutting back the peas.
Yeah.
We'll see in a bit. What are we doing first? Just as we go past peas, say they're cleared.
Yeah, okay.
So the peas have been cleared away. Still the roots to dig up. And I got a few peas off while I was doing that. Not the best quality peas, but they'll do for stews or something.
Shall I just have a little picture of the peas? So they're what's left off our first crop of onward peas.
They're not wonderful, are they? But
well, no, but they're better than nothing.
they'll stew. They'll
Yeah.
go in a stew.
Yeah. I see you left the borage.
Yeah. I thought the borage could wait a little while, give the bees a bit more of a chance. And you've cleared off the Elfe.
The second lot of potatoes in this bed were Elfe, however it's pronounced. And I must admit, I'm pretty amazed at what's come off. In fact, I'm amazed at both rows in here because it was one of those things where I thought I'd be digging potatoes up for the sake of just having to dig up little potatoes. But some of the...
and it was rubbishy soil.
Well, yeah, it's rubbishy soil now. I'm just gonna leave it rough like that and see what the weather does over winter. There's some weeds in it, there's some wheatgrass, but it won't come out because it's just bound into big solid lumps of soil. But the first root I lifted off these had some absolutely enormous potatoes in.
It's got quite a good crop as well.
Yeah. And judging by how many buckets I had, there's about the same weight, maybe just a little bit less than there was on Nadine, so I'm more than happy with that. No wireworm, bit of slug damage, and the odd one looked as though it might have blight, so we might have to keep an eye on them when they're stored.
Yeah.
But other than that, a really good crop.
So we've still some more to dig, haven't we? But
yeah,
that's for another day.
Next ones that are going to come up are these here. This is our trial bed for this year with our McCain Royals. They
were really slow to get going, weren't they? We thought they weren't going to go at all.
The odd one came through, then another one. But they look as though they might have done all right, so that's next plan. Is
still
to see
growing, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think they'll grow much more.
Have they got any blight?
No, leaves look all right. I mean, there might be an odd bit, but it's very hard to tell, isn't it? Could be anything on those.
Yeah, it could just be that the foliage is dying back.
So I did harvest another broccoli, didn't I?
Yep.
Have a look at that. And then we're going to have to pack up, because if I show you up here, it looks ominously black.
It's been a funny sort of afternoon.
Yeah, sunny and warm, and then cloudy and warm.
In fact, ideal blight conditions.
Yeah, so that's Monclano and a few Victoria plums for afters.
And some courgettes.
Some courgettes, yeah, well,
some
marrow.
Of those are going into a frittata tonight.
Oh, yeah, I'd forgotten that's what we're having tonight. Anyway, so that's it. Hey?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye for now.